everyone. So I wanted to do this video. It's an update for my TTC followers. So as you guys know, I did my first medicated cycle. Oh my god, I can turn this off. Hold on. I did my first medicated cycle, and I ovulated doing Clomid. Sorry, I just ate and I want to be in a food coma right now. Okay, I did the first medicated cycle, 50 milligrams Clomid, cycle days 5 through 9. I'm also on 500 milligrams of metformin 3 times a day. Yeah, and I ovulated my first cycle. I'm like so sleepy right now, it's not even funny. But so then, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, which today's Friday, so Wednesday, my cervical mucus kind of had like a tint to it that, like, unless you're really looking, you wouldn't notice. It was like a very, very light brownish tint. That made me really nervous because, so it started Wednesday and my period's not due till Sunday. So, Ralph, stop that. Ralph! Sorry, my dog's being bad in the background. My period's not due till Sunday. So then yesterday, I started getting brown discharge. And this is where it's going to be a little TMI. So, if you don't like TMI stuff, I would stop watching this video now. My cervical mucus has been really thick and creamy. Sorry, my husband kept texting me and I was worried something was wrong. What was I saying? My cervical mucus has been really, really creamy, which can be a good thing, I've heard, but also I figured it was from the Clomid too. So I'm really out of it. Oh yeah, so when I started spotting, it was like, you guys have spotted, like, old blood know that, like, you can get dark brown spotting when it's old blood, but this was like, it still is like the most disgusting spotting I've ever had in my life. It is like tons of creamy cervical mucus that is like poop brown. It's so gross. Last night I saw like a little bit of what looked like red fresh blood when I wiped, but that was it. And none of this, like, none of it is enough to get on like my underwear, because I put a pad on yesterday and I only see it when I wipe, and sometimes when I wipe it's not there. Like, and I went to an outlet, like mall, with my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law today, and we went shopping. And this morning at 6 a.m. I put a tampon in because I figured for sure like my flow was gonna start, especially being out and walking around. And it didn't. Like, I just took the tampon out at like 4 o'clock, which I know is a really long time to leave it in. And it just had like that brown stuff around the outside, but it didn't even like absorb anything. I don't know. It's very strange. So I'm going ahead. I'm going to say this cycle is a bust. In some ways, I did ovulate, which I'm very grateful for. And I'm having my first natural period in like almost a year, which is crazy because Provera, I'm used to having really heavy periods. And as weird as it's going to sound, Provera gives me this light, is it even there-ish kind of period. And I feel like it doesn't get everything out. So I'm kind of glad, you know, at least now if I get pregnant my next cycle on Clomid, that everything will have been cleaned out and a fresh lining. I was really upset yesterday, like crying a lot. Oh, another thing, I had my physical Wednesday, like my yearly physical for my insurance. So one of the questions is the patient pregnant? Because if you are, they can't use your weight against you. So my doctor ran a blood pregnancy test, which I didn't really like the idea of that. At that time before I started spotting, I was like, if I haven't implanted yet, there's not going to show up on this test. Because you can implant as late as 12 DPO. At the time, I was 11 DPO. When all this started, I was 11 DPO. When late at night, 11 DPO, the last time I wiped, Wednesday night, I started having that brown stuff. And some people have been like, oh my God, maybe it's implantation. But at this point, like, I'm just going to call it a period. Now, if like it doesn't act like a period or I never see real red blood, then yeah, I'll take a test. But at this point, I've just accepted it that it is what it is. And my doctor called in my other round of Clomid, and I went and picked it up. And G cycle day 5 through 9 again. Trying to think of anything else. I really hope this video doesn't get out of sync. If it did, and if my lips are moving different from what's coming out of my mouth, I'm sorry, because I'm not going to refilm it. I'm so tired from like, we went out to this outlet mall at like 9:30 in the morning. I've been up since like 6, and like walking around, and then we ate so much food. I feel like I'm going to be in a food coma. Another thing, when I went to my yearly physical, I had lost like, I kept saying I lost 10 pounds since I started metformin, but when I did the calculations, I've lost almost 17 pounds, which makes sense because clothes that weren't fitting have started to fit again. But I didn't think like, I don't know. I was like, what? That was shocking. Granted, and this might be the reason I kept saying 10 pounds. It like sometimes it varies like 10, 13, but for my physical, I hadn't eaten at all when they weighed me. So I guess that was like my true weight and not a doctor scale. Because my scale, when I like going off my weight, my scale is wonky and ghetto and it changes. So, but I did the math from when I weighed in, the doctor's appointment where he prescribed metformin, and when I weighed in at my doctor's appointment Wednesday, and it's close to like 16, 17 pounds. I was just like, what? I haven't even tried. Like, I'm not saying I shouldn't be working out. I fully intend to. It's just getting your body used to metformin is very, very difficult. Okay, something I wanted to show. So this is crazy, but the other day, my friend Maggie, who has a YouTube on some of my videos that talk about her, and she is awesome. She had infertility for like 3 years, and then she finally got pregnant, and she's about 9 weeks now. She told me that Toys R Us, or Babies R Us, was running this thing where like, if you register by what was like Monday of this week, you get like, so say you make your baby registry, and someone goes in, for instance, I have a really expensive dresser I put on mine. Someone goes in and buys that, then Toys R Us takes 10% of what that costs and puts it on a gift card. And they do that with all 10% of everything people buy. They take that amount and put it on a gift card. So just for like the dresser alone, which I don't expect anyone to buy my baby's furniture, I'm just going to put stuff on there so that like when I buy it, I get money back basically. So just for the dresser alone, Babies R Us will put $50 on the gift card. And I think you get it when your baby's born. I didn't get all the details. But I went ahead and I did that. And at first I was like, am I freaking crazy? But I'm trying to think positive that this is going to happen. And we had fun. We went and like registered and like picked some basic stuff. And it was fun to do. And the lady said it doesn't matter if you change your due date or anything. There's no like time limit on it once you register. But you just had to be registered by like March 31st, I think it was. So we did that this past weekend, of course, before I started spotting. But, you know, there's next cycle and a cycle after that, a Clomid. I might take a break if this next cycle doesn't take, just because I know it's not good to keep taking Clomid. They'll let you take it 3 times in a row, but I don't think I want to take it 3 times in a row. I would rather take a break in between and let my body rest. and get some exercise and stuff, it doesn't work out because it's really difficult. I don't know. I just, the medicine just, it doesn't sit well with my body. But, so lastly, I went to the outlet malls today and they have a Carter's baby store, which when my niece was little, which was like 13 years ago, Carter's was like, ooh, fancy. And apparently someone told me like one day, like, no, Carter's is like Target clothing now. Like, I mean, it's good quality, but they're like, it's not all ooh la la like it used to be. So I went to the outlet and I've showed you my baby stash before, which I actually left some stuff out of. So I'll have to make an updated one soon. Where's your bone? And I got some just little gender neutral. How cute is that? Things. And like, I paid $11 total for both these. I figured, what do you see, Ralph? My doggy's smelling it. I figured like, no matter what time of year it is, you usually put your baby in nightgowns or nightgowns, nighties like this. And then I bought stuff for myself and my husband. Trying to think if there's anything else I forgot. Also, my whole life, well, since I got into like designer stuff, I've always been like, I mean, since like middle school, I've been like, when I have a baby, I want a Kate Spade diaper bag. Well, I went on katespade.com and holy shit, they're like $400. But they have and that's crazy to me. I don't care how many babies you reuse it for. That's a little wacky. So when I went to the Kate's, I feel like I'm wearing this shirt every time I vlog. This is that weird shirt I wore last time. Anyways, I went to the Kate Spade store and they had their diaper bags at the outlet were like $100. They were like $269 was the outlet price. And then the outlets have this thing where it's like, this is the outlet price. And today we're giving you 30% off of that or whatever. Anyways, my mother-in-law did the total for me because I'm terrible at math. And it turned out to be like $189. And it was a cute diaper bag. But there's this other store. Let me see if I don't have the name here. I thought I had a picture, but the emblem's going to be too little. It's like everything in the store is like a quilt pattern. And I see it down here in the South all the time. And I always wondered, like, where do I get these bags? Like, I see this all the time. Quilts necessarily, that pattern isn't my style, but they have the bags that are like a kind of quilt texture, but it is all black. And these were like the best. Like, I've been looking at diaper bags because I feel like they don't make them like they used to. And these diaper bags were huge, which I love big bags. They had a messenger one and they had like over the shoulder one. I would like a backpack one, but these were so nice. I don't even care at this point, but they're black, which means like they're, my husband probably wouldn't care about carrying it. And the inside is like plastic, like vinyl material, which a lot of the bags I've been looking at it just doesn't, they might have been like a plasticky material, but this is like thick and you just know you can like wipe it down really easily. And I fell in love. And I thought I had room on my credit card, but when I called, they were like, no, you don't. So I didn't get it. Plus, I know my husband wants to go like look at it because as weird as it sounds, because he has back problems, those kind of decisions he wants to make with me. But the reason, like as psycho as it sounds, you're like, now this bitch is buying a diaper bag, really? No, my sister-in-law, who shops there a lot, says that they change designs all the time and they retire stuff all the time. And the price on the bag, it's usually like $118. And they were like $47. So like 60% off. So I talked to my husband. He's like, no, that's not crazy to me. And it's not crazy to me because I mean, like, even if, God forbid, like, we didn't have a baby anytime soon or we had to adopt, you can use that bag for other shit. Like, my mother-in-law was like, you can use it on a picnic. I think she was trying to make me feel more sane because she's so awesome. But I was like, yeah, I can use it for other stuff. So as crazy as it sounds, I am totally going to go back and buy that. But the card I purposely, like I took a card that didn't have a lot of money on it because I don't need to spend that much money. And for some reason, I thought we had more money on my credit card, but I forgot that when I took my dog to the vet, like last time I was expecting a $20 bill and like a vet bill and it ended up being like 150, so I forgot how to put that on my credit card. Anyways, this video is getting really long, so that's my update. If my real flow doesn't come, I'll take a pregnancy test, but at this point, I'm pretty sure I'm out. So anyways, that's all.